Hey guys, welcome to Poor Man Mods. Today I'm going to show you the oil separator that I made for my 2008 Lexus ISF. Now I know there aren't too many options out there for this car, but the one off the top of my head that I know of is the RR Racing one. I don't particularly like the way that one is designed, and it's a little pricey for me, so I decided to make my own. Now in this video I'm not going to show you step by step on how I made it. Off camera I designed this kit and got it to where I'm happy with it, so I'm just going to show you the final result. And maybe this will help you out if you want to make your own catch can, or if you want to go with buying one made for this car. But if you go off my design, it should be pretty easy for you to make. So let's go over to the car and I'll show you exactly what I did, and maybe it'll help you out. Alright, so here is the catch can that we're going to be using. This is just a cheap one that I got off Amazon. I'll have a link in the description. It comes with barb fittings and some O-rings and all this hardware. So I'll show you the inside. It does not come with a filter media in there. It has just this baffling. You can take this off and put some steel wool in there if you want. I'm not going to do that. I actually installed this on my girlfriend's car, the same one, and it does catch a fair amount of fluid. But if you want to catch more, you can put some steel wool in there. And I like that it has this dipstick design, so you can check the level with it. It did not come with an O-ring for the dipstick, so I did make my own just out of like 1/8 inch hose. But it does have that dipstick so you can check the level on it, which I think is a really nice feature. And the barb fittings that we're using on this kit are the largest ones that come with it. And to make it work with the hose that we're going to be using that goes to the intake manifold, I put a piece of like 1/2 inch hose over the barb to kind of act as a little spacer to go in the hose. And this is the bracket that I made just out of some steel stock. This part measures 1.5 inches long, so 1.5 inches there to connect to the 2 bolts on the back here, and this is 6 1/8 of an inch long. And I will bolt this in place and show you where it's going to go. We're going to be mounting it right here on the radiator core support with this 10mm bolt. So you can just secure it right here and use the factory bolt. If you really want to, you can get a longer one, but you don't need to. You don't need to go crazy with the torque on it. It's just a little bolt. So that's going to go right there. And the factory cover does fit over this. Alright, as for the hose connections, this black hose right here originally connected to the intake manifold right here where this blue hose is going. I connected to it a piece of 3/4 inch hose, or 19.1mm inside diameter, and this hose is slightly too large for the largest fitting that comes with the kit. So I installed some 1/2 inch hose over this fitting as an adapter, and this will go right on there with a little bit of help of WD-40. And this is 1/2 inch clear tubing that fits perfectly inside the OEM hose that went to the intake manifold here, and this will slide right onto that barb. Put our hose clamp on. And I'll put a hose clamp here just to be safe. And then also one here. I'm not going to clamp this hose on the intake manifold. The factory one was not clamped. And also I had to kind of massage this hose to be a little bit bigger to fit over the barb. I put a socket in here, gave it a little bit of heat with the heat gun to expand it a little bit, and it slipped right over, and now it's super tight, so it does not need a clamp. And that clamp is now gone forever. Alright, beautiful. So everything is now connected. This is the in hose here, so it comes from the PCV valve to the inside of the catch can where the baffle is. Then the out goes to the intake manifold. We'll tighten these clamps down, and then I'll put the cover on and show you how nice it looks. Alright guys, there you go. So that is the oil catch can that I made for my 2008 ISF. I think in total I spent $35, maybe $40 on this. Everything I had, I had laying around other than the catch can, so all the extra materials didn't cost me anything on this project, but obviously the hoses and the clamps do cost something. but the amount that you need, it's really not that much. You can probably get by spending $40, maybe $50 total on this project if you don't have any of that stuff laying around. So I'll have a link to the catch can in the description down below. I won't have a link to anything else though. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope maybe you learned something. You can decide if you want to make a catch can system like this or go with an expensive name brand one. So that's my oil catch can for my ISF. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.